of Midtown with a morning low of 56. The extended forecast, rain today. Thanks so much for joining us on the Weather Channel. I'm Vivian Brown, and this is Marshall Seeds at about 30 minutes past the top of the hour. Marshall has promised to take a look at our current weather.
That's right. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect right now down near the Ozarks of Arkansas. Let's take a look at this morning's weather right now. We'll start out showing you some temperatures, then we'll put the satellite picture into motion. And starting out to be a fairly seasonable day, except for the two northern corners of the country, where Burlington, you're all waking up to 46 degrees, 45 up around Caribou, Maine. And up around the Puget Sound, 40s and 50s this morning. Now, the 50s and 60s down here in the southwest will warm up pretty much today. 75 in Phoenix will warm into the 90s. 76 in Miami, and rain, needed rain for you. And in the Central Plains, 50s and 60s. A very unstable air mass here, and that's where we've got some problem with thunderstorms today. Here in the mid-Atlantic, 60 degrees, around 63 degrees along the Carolina coastline. Here's a stationary front, and this will kind of wave back and forth a little bit, you know, maybe 50, 60 miles today, and it'll be the focal point for the rain showers. This low pressure is the reason for the severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect. Let's put the satellite picture into motion, and we'll show you how it blossomed last night in Missouri and headed east. And now we're watching more develop in this area as that low pressure system begins to move to the east. You can see them developing right here now in north central Oklahoma. We have another area of rain out in California, needed rain for central California. It's not needed rain here. The drivers at Indianapolis 500 are tired of the gloomy conditions, and hopefully that'll be to the east by race time tomorrow for the Indianapolis 500. Let's take a look at where you're going to see the severe weather today, or where you're likely to. It's right along that stationary front, and it is in that area that I just mentioned where a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until noon Central Daylight Time. Four Corners region of Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So if you're out near the Ozarks, you're camping out, don't camp to near any creeks or rivers, because we could see some flooding in that area with an excess of 3 inches of rain likely for southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. That also goes for folks that are moving or going toward the Appalachians today to do some hiking, backpacking, fishing, camping. Make sure that you're away from low-lying areas. Could be some flooding with these storms as they head from west to east along the jet stream. All right, here's national radar. We'll put this into motion. You'll watch the storms developing now in Oklahoma and in Kansas right out here. We have some rain to the north, overrunning rains to the east, and rain out west in California. We're going to start on out Actually, where are we going to start? We're going to start right around Denver, Lyman, Colorado. We have some thunderstorms developing in the northeastern section of Colorado. Some of these are strong and capable of some heavy rain, which we're seeing out in west central Nebraska this morning. And then all as we work our way to the north around Fargo, North Dakota, and Jamestown, we have light rain showers scattered throughout Minnesota. Kind of a dreary day here, but not as heavy a rain as we're finding in Kansas now. West of Emporia, big thunderstorm cell. Another one just to the east of Chanute, just to the east of Ponca City, Oklahoma. This is where they're developing, and they're headed this direction, and these are all capable of producing hail and high winds. Damage around Golden City, by the way, a little town of about 900 with some of those storms earlier today. Down along the Mississippi River, heavy rain showers south of St. Louis, Missouri. And as we head on to the east along the Ohio River, we're going to find even more rain extending into the northeast from Lexington over into West Virginia and further east through the mid-Atlantic states. All light rain showers. We're even beginning to see a little bit of light rain up around central PA and northern New Jersey, just about ready to make it into New York City. As we work our way down to the coast, we have rain from that tropical depression that's been to the south of Florida this morning. Let's take a look at that now on the surface map, and then we'll show you the satellite picture. There it is, about 45 miles southwest of Key West, and rain has somewhat subsided, but it's moving northeast at about 12 miles an hour. We'll have an extended outlook. The holiday weekend outlook is sponsored by York Heating and Air Conditioning. York makes you feel good inside. Let's take a look at the jet stream, see how it changes Saturday through Monday. Not much change. Storm system still moving from west to east along it, and cool air in place in the northeast and the northwest. Meanwhile, midsections of the country, 90s for temperatures, 80s, 70s. It's going to be delightful temperature-wise. There's also going to be bountiful amounts of rain. Well, the two northern corners remain quite cool and damp in the Pacific Northwest and the Northeast. Showers and rain Saturday and Sunday. The strong storms likely around the Tennessee River Valley and the Ohio River Valley. They shift a little further to the south by Monday. Meanwhile, the Northeast and the Northwest are going to continue under those gray clouds. Looks like maybe Sunday, Indianapolis 500 will be dry, though, as some high pressure builds in there. Stay tuned. Weekend travel forecast is coming up right after this.
Oh, for the gentle comforts of York's Stellar Plus high-efficiency air conditioning system. The heart of your York dealer's total comfort.
Yeah, tropical season doesn't officially begin until the 1st of June, but we already have a tropical depression to talk about. So we've started our tropical coverage a little bit early to let you know about a tropical depression that has developed just to the south and the west of Key West, Florida. Here it is right here. It's moving to the north and the east at 12 miles per hour. Right now it's packing winds of 35 miles per hour. We do think it will lessen in intensity. If we have we can go back about 12 hours or so and show you how it has been decreasing in intensity. Notice how most of the clouds are shearing to the northeast as we're finding the winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere moving from the southwest, and it's just really shearing the system apart. However, it should bring some beneficial rain to southern Florida around Miami and West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale. They definitely need the rain there, so that is good news. We're watching this particular area today from Missouri all the way to Kentucky and the western portions of Virginia for the possibility of strong and severe weather. And with those isolated thunderstorms, there's a possibility of some heavy downpours too. Flash flood watch is in effect for southern Illinois, southern Missouri, and southern Indiana, as the National Weather Service has issued this about 2 hours ago. So definitely an area we need to watch with major concern, and more beneficial rain in central California as a frontal system comes on shore. So rainy travel here today and certainly throughout this region. We'll give you more detail on that right after this.
Should your name be on this envelope? It should if you or someone you love is age 50 to 80, and it will be addressed to you if you call now for this important information. Free information about a life insurance policy designed especially for men and women age 50 to 80. Life insurance with no physical examination and no medical questions. You cannot be turned down regardless of your health or for any reason. And your premium will be $6.95 a month and will never increase. Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company wants to send you the important information in this envelope, and it's free. So if you're age 50 to 80 and thought it would be difficult to buy life insurance, shouldn't you call now? Here's the number.
For free information in the mail, call 1-800-225-9100. This is a free call. 1-800-225-9100.
It's time now for the Michelin Drivers Report. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. And because so much is riding on your tires, we want you to be aware and informed of the problems that you may encounter so you can slow it down and take it easy this Memorial weekend. There you see we have flash flood watches in effect for the southern portions of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. But this is not the only area that you may encounter those slickened roadways. It extends all the way to the northeast around New York City. And with the progression of a Pacific storm, there's a possibility of slickened highways from the Puget Sound all the way to the central portions of California. Severe weather, though, confined to this area. As a matter of fact, severe thunderstorm watch effective until noon Central Time for the area shaded in yellow. Cheryl Lemke and Mark Mancuso will have more on this in a couple of minutes. Foggy travel, well, yeah, we have some patchy areas of fog. We've outlined those areas in the yellow shading. Well, stay tuned for this morning's weather and the forecast after this word from Michelin.
Michelin high-performance radials. Everything you'd expect from a Michelin, only faster.
We'll also be moving eastward right along that front, each one in turn helping to give us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon hour. More rains will overspread the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, and the Northeast through this afternoon, and the rain too will be picking up over the Pacific Northwest, but it will really start to pick up in earnest by tomorrow as our storm system approaches the Washington and the Oregon coast. Meanwhile, the rains start to abate somewhat for southern Florida. Today, though, generous, copious amounts of rain will be anticipated throughout the Ohio Valley. Maybe some areas might be looking at close to 3 inches of rain. Generous rains, too, for the northwest coast and likewise for southern Florida. A very hot day for Texas as the heat wave continues. Yesterday, Midland was all the way up to 105 degrees, enough for a record high, and more record heat possible down across Texas again for today. And those overnight lows kind of cool up around the Great Basin area, but for most of the southeast, it will stay warm and balmy, lots of 60s and 70s. Well, that storm system in the Midwest is sliding eastward. We'll tell you more after this.